Welcome back to Take Action News, everybody. David Shuster here on this first Saturday in June 2013. So glad to have you with us. We're talking now with Charlie Mitchell. He is the editor-in-chief of Take Action News, longtime veteran of Capitol Hill. Charlie, welcome to the program today.
Hi, David. It's great to be with you.
Good to have you. Well, Charlie, you have spent a lot of time looking through these FEC disclosure reports through the years, and without getting into sort of the specifics of what we're sort of hearing about the Michelle Bachmann investigation, how easy or how difficult is it to get tripped up if you're running a presidential campaign and your I's are not dotted and your T's are not crossed in terms of the money that's coming in and how it's being spent?
Well, actually, David, I think it's pretty easy to get tripped up, and it is fairly routine for candidates to end up paying relatively small bore fines for mistakes in these things. I mean, the reports go on for hundreds or even thousands of pages, and there can be slip-ups. But, it's all about the magnitude of the slip-up, and it's always worth taking a look and seeing if there was intent there rather than, just a misplaced check mark on a document.
Indeed, and with Bachmann's former chief of staff, Andy Parrish, and an attorney telling both the Washington Post and other news organizations, as well as some of the stuff that we've gotten, that he has given sworn testimony that Bachmann knew of and approved of secret payments to an Iowa state senator, I suppose that could trigger a different level of inquiry and problems for Michelle Bachmann.
Well, that would probably get the FBI involved. That if you're talking about secret payments and all of those things, I mean that's criminal activity. So it'll be interesting to see where the investigation leads on that.
Charlie, I want to ask you about immigration reform. And again, we're talking with Charlie Mitchell, who's the editor-in-chief of Take Action News. Charlie, here was the Senate Judiciary Committee had a vote on immigration reform over the past week. They approved it 13 to, well, I won't give you the numbers. You can hear it in the vote. This is in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Listen to what happened.
Mr. Chairman, the votes are 13 yeas, 5 nays.
It passes.
Now, that was the reaction just at a Senate Judiciary Committee markup that sends it to the Senate floor. You don't often hear that kind of reaction. But, Charlie, what is the future for immigration reform this summer?
Well, now it gets tough, David. It goes to the Senate floor probably in the middle of the month, maybe the week after next. The Senate is plowing through the Farm Bill, and they're going to do something on student loan rates before they get to the immigration bill. But at that point, we're going to see if the so-called Gang of Eight, the 4 Democrats and 4 Republicans in the Senate who put together the overall compromise on this issue, if they can hold together, if they can fend off so-called poison pill amendments. We heard a lot this past week from conservatives, both in the Senate and outside, who said, just wait for the Senate floor. This isn't going to be the cakewalk that the Judiciary Committee was. They're promising lots of opposition on the floor. Jeff Sessions, who is a Republican senator from Alabama, he's been kind of the point man in opposition to this effort, has been raising a lot of issues over the last couple of days, sort of prefacing what we're going to see when the bill is on the floor. And one of the things that he has been zeroing in on is the long-term cost of the bill. Supporters say that legalizing people and bringing them out of the shadows and all of this is going to have a huge positive economic impact for the country. Critics are saying, well, but these people are going to take Social Security and they're going to take Medicare, and it's going to be a huge drain. Typically, David, as you know, the Congress scores the price of its legislation over 10-year periods. Sessions is saying you need to look longer term. We need to look over 20 or 30 years to see the real cost of this. So I think there's going to be a much more systematic, sustained conservative attack on this work product when it reaches the Senate floor. And I believe the Senate is going to pass it. They were talking this week about maybe being able to get upwards of 70 votes for it. I think that's probably a little optimistic of the supporters, but Harry Reid, the Senate Majority Leader, said he is extremely confident that they will get the 60 votes that they do need to pass it. So about a week and a half, and we'll see where this kicks off.